Welcome back to Streamline Entertainment. I'm going to be discussing someone said who I really respect and follow, which is 1111 True Crime. And I think this is pretty crucial to the case. I think so. In this point here, I was going to bring it before, but sometimes there's so much actually going on in this case and things to think about. It's hard to actually pinpoint, but I think this is true, and also it backs up a message that someone sent me, a private message. Have a listen to this.
Okay. So that beach footage never surfaced on their calendar of every time they recorded the CCTV and let everybody see it public access. It's blank, big white square, everything else is there. The one night we need it, it's gone. We're all screaming, where's the CCTV footage? Well, this dude you're about to listen to again, he says they pulled it all. You're not going to ever see it. They literally, as soon as that kid was, whatever, whisked away, they pulled all the footage off these cams. And to this day, we haven't seen that footage.
I believe what this guy was saying. I'm sure the thing is, this came out ages ago, a couple of months ago, people talking about the case, and this guy was actually there giving his account what happened. Because there was so much going on, I don't think a lot of people actually took this guy serious. But I now believe it a lot more than what I did before, and I'll explain why once we've listened to it.
So he brings up where it happened in the background. You can hear him say, the papagayo. Now I'm wondering if Jay was set up, if that's how it went down, to be as if he stole a watch to make nobody look for him. But if that wasn't actually the attacking moment, stab him in the leg would then keep him from running. Make things a lot slower, you feel me? Now this dude says it happened right outside the nightclub. He claims he's got footage on his phone and we never see it. But we never hear from him again either. So did he get hushed? Because it certainly wasn't clout. He didn't get anything out there, not even his real name. There's no clout to be claimed.
When I actually listened to him, this guy had nothing to hide whatsoever. And I think he told it how it was, because I think he thought a lot of people wouldn't believe it, because a lot of people weren't getting on each other's backs. You didn't get people to try and close down the case as much, because it was quite fresh.
I'll let you be the judge. This is
people wanting to get involved, get their names in there.
Ask him about the Airbnb thing. People are asking in the comments, like, is that true? Was he up there? What?
Day before. It was day before, because they accessed his phone.
It was the day before he was at the B&B.
The day before. It's all, you can't see time and date. It's a Snapchat done. There's nothing to prove it. The day he went missing, he got killed off.
So the day he went, and the day he was killed.
You can tell Laura now, because I said to her, you research, and she texted me probably 11 o'clock as well. It's 11 o'clock English time.
So he says if it's the day before, then it would have been Sunday the 16th. Sunday the 16th. Or is he talking about the Saturday night going into the Sunday? I'm not 100% sure about that, because like I said, it doesn't help with all the cameras around the club being cancelled and deleted, and no one's ever seen that footage, which was quite odd. And it would make sense if it was the night before, with Abe saying, do you remember what happened the night before? This was really, really strange. So it could have been the 15th going into the 16th, what they're on about.
I've got here. Is this the video? I said, yeah. You go on his profile, you ain't getting nothing.
No.
The profile's gone.
So he's saying some altercation happened, and it happened right there. Like, and then something went down at the beach. And then we do have this beach video, and we do have, that was the Canary Weekly that was saying that about the rumor or the story about, well, it's not a rumor, that reportedly there was some sort of altercation with a big Eastern European guy, or European guy, I don't know if it said Eastern, but European guy at Papagayos. And, I mean, I think it's important. I do. I think that that is so strange. We're going to listen to what he has to say, and then we're going to watch that beach video again.
So, you know.
And what's the movement like on the ground now that the search has been called off?
Mate, it's the I spoke to Laura live. She had the channels. She's
I
live.
was saying, yeah, when he come off the aeroplane coming home, wasn't it? He ended up in this live. That's how I met him.
Laura texted me saying, "Oh, there's posters been up." She texted me on Wednesday. Well, yeah. The whole situation's fucked up like this.
Oh.
I've been main beach today. Nothing's going on. Everyone's on the beach. And I look at these. People are sitting on that beach, man. There's something happened on that beach. Why people...
Did he get stabbed on the beach, or was it outside the club?
Outside the club, so...
What's the language? What's the language, Shelley?
There
It's happened at
was
the club.
the club name. He said it. Listen again.
There's something happened on that beach. Why people...
Did he get stabbed on the beach, or was it outside the club?
Outside the club, so...
What's the language? What's the language, Shelley?
And people, thank you for 1111 True Crime putting that out there, and please subscribe to her. My point on that is that what this guy's saying, it could be true. This audio of these people talking has been out quite a long time. It's been out ages, 6, maybe 7 weeks, probably a bit longer than that. The Papagayo Beach Club is right next to the beach. So it would make sense if Debbie said there was a video of him limping or stumbling around that area. And I'm wondering whether he passed it to go back home. But there must have been a lot of people around. And obviously, we've not heard from this guy who actually gave us this conversation. And I'm not sure a lot of people actually took him that serious at that time. I remember hearing it, but there was so much going on, I sort of put it into the back of my mind. But it actually could make sense that, you know, he could have been, you know, he could have been marched off to the beach when another altercation might have taken place, and then put in the car, and then from the car to the boat. This is what I think. But the date still doesn't make sense to me. He's saying the night before, which would have been the 15th going into the 16th. Please quote me on that, people, because I think this is very, very, very important. And the other thing is, I had a message. Let me just go straight into this message. I think this is quite important. Here we go. So this person went to say, this is a private message, and I think it'll tie in with this a little bit as well once I finish reading it. Hi, I'd just like to say I've watched all your videos on the Jay Slater case and think you're doing a great job reporting, investigating. This is only my opinion. Please read it. I have been going to Tenerife since the rave scene started for up to 6 weeks at a time during the summer and Christmas as often as I can. Although Veronica's is busy pretty much every night of the week. The main night is Saturday. It's just mayhem with after parties going on everywhere if you're in the know. Wow. There seems to be a lot of things going down there. But I sometimes think if you're hammered, you could just end up anywhere, even in the sticks. The photo of the three lads stood on the white stones at the junction, half a mile north of where Jay's phone was last pinged. It sounds like to me this person knows the area of Masca kind of well, and it sounds like to me he's also been there a lot of times as well. He then went on to say, if you turn left where the voter was taken towards Lost Chrysalis, the road turns into a dirt track after 20 metres or so. Keep going for another 100 metres and there is a left turn onto a hiking trail towards Rogue de Abachi and Viewpoint Los Giantes. You will need a Google Earth for this. Interesting. Very, very interesting. I didn't know that at all, but any information is big at this point. If you follow the trail for just another 1,500 meters, it takes you to the top of the very steep cliffs overlooking the Barrancar Juan Lopez Gorge, where Jay's body was found and phoned last pinged. Wow. I think whatever happened was on the Saturday night, and whoever went up to Masca from Veronica's knows what happened. So why did this person say whatever happened to Jay was on the Saturday night? So the Saturday night would have been let me just come back to this 1 second. Would have been the 15th. Would have been the 15th. And that would have been Jay's second night. It's interesting because the guy who 1111 True Crime was actually talking about, he was saying that something went off the night before. And so was the Airbnb booked to concoct a story or the narrative for us to fall in line into say, oh, he went off and stole a watch? That sort of makes sense to me. But like I said, it's kind of weird how the Saturday night seems to be key now more than ever before. People have mentioned it because it was said, oh, the 17th, he was last seen on the 17th. I think a lot of people went away with the narrative, but I think the night before is kind of crucial in this case, and I think people have been getting it wrong. So I'm going to read that point again. I think whatever happened was on the Saturday night, and whoever went up to Masca from Veronica's knows what's happened. The view of the sunrise from up there is breathtaking. Did they do this? Was there an altercation at the top? Did he slip? Was he prattling about, or was he pushed? I mean, obviously, the narrative, I believe, at the end of the day, I don't think that he actually went up to the Airbnb, to be honest with you. And I think there's a strong possibility things did happen that Saturday night. I think they knew Saturday night Jay was dead and had 24 hours to work out what they were going to say and do. I think it was Brad on Monday morning talking to the lady shop owner in Jay's clothes and sunglasses, asking about bus times, and then walked in the wrong direction to carry out the cover-up. Totally agree. I do think it was Brad who Ophelia got mixed up with, thinking it was Jay, and she passed him on the road, and he was then picked up in a car at the Miracruz de Hilda Cafe by someone pre-arranged, which also has a map of the whole area if Jay was lost. Wow. Yeah, it makes sense. It makes sense, people. Is that why Brad waited for her to make a statement before showing his face on TV? If Jay wanted scram, the much or water, he would have asked the shopkeeper to buy it. Let's face it, he apparently went off to buy cigarettes, 9 now, so he had money on him. Abe apparently gave him a Camel cigarette, not his last one. I think they then went to start off with Juan Lopez Gorge, where they staged the last phone ping, called Snapchats, wiped the phone, and then turned it off. Drove back north to the Lost Giantes viewpoint area, and threw the wiped phone onto the beach area where the phone was apparently found. I've got more if you want it. I just want justice for the poor lad. I'm actually beginning to think, was this person actually there or knows a lot more? Because there's a lot of weird things happening, people being shut down, and I think there's a lot of people who are afraid to talk about this case but knows a lot more than what's going on. Don't forget to subscribe to Streamline Entertainment, and please tell me about the date. Do you people think that Jay actually may have gone missing on the Saturday night rather than the Sunday going into Monday? Let me know. I think this is absolutely crucial to this case, and what this guy was actually talking about. Don't forget, since him talking on here, and I believe obviously he must go to Tenerife a lot, nobody's heard from him either, which is really odd. It's really odd. I mean, this case gets weirder and stranger and stranger and stranger, but sometimes we have to go back to absolutely go forward in this case. But I think this is pretty crucial, and I think we're kind of close into finding what happened to Jay Slater. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, and please, it's very imperative now that we find out whether it was the Saturday actually Jay got into an altercation and not the Sunday. Thank you, wherever you are in the world.